Welcome, dear listeners, to History with Herodotus, where we delve into the vast expanse of human experience, navigating the complexities of our collective past. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey through the tumultuous landscape of 19th century Africa, as we explore the captivating story of the Zulu War. This conflict, a pivotal moment in the history of southern Africa, was marked by courage, tragedy, and the clash of cultures. As we set the stage for this epic tale, let us first immerse ourselves in the world of 19th century Africa, where the scent of acacia trees and the sound of drums filled the air. The Zulu kingdom, under the powerful leadership of King Shaka, had risen to prominence in what is now modern-day South Africa. This kingdom, with its capital at Bulawayo, was a marvel of organizational and military prowess, stretching from the Drakensberg Mountains in the west to the Indian Ocean in the east. The Zulu people, known for their bravery and skill in battle, had built a society that was both fiercely warrior-based and intricately structured. The kingdom's strategic location, nestled between the Buffalo and Tugela rivers, made it a crucial prize for any power seeking to dominate the region. As we walk through the rolling hills, verdant valleys, and rugged mountains of Zululand, we find ourselves in a land of breathtaking beauty, where the landscape itself played a significant role in shaping the course of history. The year was 1878, and the British Empire, driven by a desire to control the rich natural resources of the region, had set its sights on the Zulu kingdom. The Zulu kingdom's relationships with neighboring tribes such as the Swazi and the Basotho played a significant role in shaping the conflict. The influence of European missionaries and traders, who had been operating in the region for years, also contributed to the complex web of alliances and rivalries that characterized this period. Key figures such as Sir Bartle Frere, the British High Commissioner for South Africa, and Lord Chelmsford, the commander of the British Army, would soon find themselves at the forefront of a conflict that would change the course of history. As tensions escalated, both sides began to mobilize their forces. The Zulus, under the leadership of King Cetshwayo, prepared to defend their kingdom against the encroaching enemy. The British meanwhile assembled a formidable army, equipped with modern rifles and artillery, which would soon clash with the traditional spears and shields of the Zulu warriors. As we delve deeper into the events that shaped the earliest history of the Zulu War, we find ourselves in the midst of a complex web of alliances, rivalries, and competing interests. The Zulu kingdom's determination to maintain its independence, coupled with the British Empire's desire for expansion, set the stage for a conflict that would be marked by heroic deeds, tragic losses, and profound consequences. As we transition from the precursors to the pivotal events of this conflict, we find ourselves on the cusp of a period marked by legendary battles, ingenious strategies, and unforgettable characters. Let us proceed with reverence for the past and a keen eye for detail as we navigate the intricate tapestry of this pivotal moment in human history. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, as we continue our journey through the captivating story of the Zulu War. We now find ourselves in the midst of a conflict that would be etched into the annals of history, a clash of cultures and empires that would leave an indelible mark on the landscape of southern Africa. As we immerse ourselves in the events of 1879, we are transported to the rolling hills and verdant valleys of Zululand, where the sound of drums and the scent of gunpowder filled the air. The Zulu kingdom, under the leadership of King Cetshwayo, stood resolute against the encroaching British Empire, determined to maintain its independence in the face of overwhelming odds. The Battle of Isandlwana, fought on January 22, 1879, would prove to be a pivotal moment in the conflict. The Zulu army, with its traditional spears and shields, clashed with the British forces, equipped with modern rifles and artillery, in a battle that would be remembered for its bravery and bloodshed. As the sun rose over the hills, the Zulu warriors, fueled by their determination to defend their homeland, launched a series of fierce attacks against the British lines. The battle was intense and chaotic, with both sides suffering heavy losses. The British, however, were ultimately forced to retreat, leaving behind many of their comrades who had fallen in the fight. The Zulus, on the other hand, had emerged victorious, but at great cost. As King Cetewayo would later say, "The battle was won, but the war is not over." As we delve deeper into the events of this period, we find ourselves in the midst of a complex web of alliances and rivalries. The British, determined to avenge their defeat at Isandlwana, regrouped and launched a series of counterattacks against the Zulu kingdom. The Zulus, meanwhile, continued to fight valiantly, using their knowledge of the terrain and their traditional tactics to great effect. The Battle of Rorke's Drift, fought on January 22 to 23, 1879, would prove to be another pivotal moment in the conflict. A small contingent of British soldiers, stationed at a mission station in Zululand, found themselves besieged by a large force of Zulu warriors. Despite being outnumbered, the British held their ground, fighting bravely against overwhelming odds. As the battle raged on, the British defenders found themselves inspired by the bravery and sacrifice of their comrades. As one soldier would later recall, "We fought for our lives and for the honor of our regiment." The Zulus, meanwhile, were undeterred, launching wave after wave of attacks against the British lines. In the end, the British emerged victorious, but at great cost. The battle had been fierce and intense, with both sides suffering heavy losses. As we reflect on the events of this period, we are reminded of the bravery and sacrifice of those who fought in the Zulu War. Their stories, etched into the annals of history, continue to inspire and educate us to this day. As we transition from the heart of the Zulu War to its decline and aftermath, we find ourselves pondering the profound consequences of this conflict. The war had been marked by heroic deeds, tragic losses, and a clash of cultures that would leave an indelible mark on the landscape of southern Africa. Let us proceed with reverence for the past and a keen eye for detail as we navigate the intricate tapestry of this pivotal moment in human history. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, as we conclude our journey through the captivating story of the Zulu War. As the war drew to a close in 1879, the British had ultimately emerged victorious, but at great cost. The Zulu kingdom, once a powerful and independent nation, was now under British control. King Cetewayo, the leader of the Zulus, was captured and exiled to Cape Town, where he would remain until his death in 1884. The British victory had significant consequences for the people of Zululand. Many Zulu warriors were killed or wounded during the war, and the kingdom's infrastructure and economy were severely damaged. The British also imposed their own system of government on the region, which led to the displacement and marginalization of many Zulu people. Despite these challenges, the Zulu people continued to resist British rule, using a variety of tactics including guerrilla warfare and diplomatic negotiations. In 1887, the British granted limited self-government to the Zulu kingdom, but it was not until the mid-20th century that the Zulus would finally achieve full independence. The legacy of the Zulu War can still be seen today in the modern nation of South Africa. The war marked the beginning of a long period of colonial rule, during which the indigenous people of South Africa were subjected to forced labor, land expropriation, and other forms of exploitation. However, it also inspired a sense of resistance and resilience among the Zulu people, who continued to fight for their rights and freedoms throughout the 20th century. As we reflect on the events of the Zulu War, we are reminded of the bravery and sacrifice of those who fought in the conflict. We are also reminded of the profound consequences of colonialism and imperialism, which had a lasting impact on the people and cultures of South Africa. As the Zulu proverb says, "The earth has music for those who listen," and the story of the Zulu War is a powerful reminder of the importance of listening to and learning from the past. In conclusion, our journey through the captivating story of the Zulu War has taken us from the precursors to the conflict, through the heart of the war itself, and finally, to its decline and aftermath. We have seen how the war was marked by heroic deeds, tragic losses, and a clash of cultures that would leave an indelible mark on the landscape of Southern Africa. As we close this chapter in our podcast series, we hope that you will join us again soon as we explore more fascinating stories from history. Until then, thank you for listening to History with Herodotus. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that to understand the present, we must first understand the past.